The assignments for this module all involve making modifications to the emergency department model that we developed through the previous videos. The first step is to add a new user-defined statistic that tracks the number of non-urgent patients in the system. The statistic that we developed in the video tracked the total number of patients, and now we only want to track the non-urgent patients. The second statistic involves a measure of patient throughput. And so patient throughput is defined as the rate at which patients leave the system, and we can use this statistic to determine whether or not the system is stable. So as you recall, when we developed the model, we developed an output statistic for the number of patients in the system, and we made sort of a logical argument that said, you know, if the final value was close to the maximum and the average value was half of that, we had a continuously increasing number of patients in the system, and that was a sign of instability. The throughput measure is something that's a little bit more formal that we can use to assess that stability. The third statistic I want you to add is a statistic for patient satisfaction. And we will arbitrarily define patient satisfaction as the proportion of routine patients who wait less than or equal to 1/2 an hour. So if you're a routine patient and you get through the system with waiting less than or equal to 1/2 an hour, then you would be judged as being satisfied. And finally, create an experiment and try to find the best resource capacities. And when we talk about best, we're talking about in terms of our cost function, subject to a constraint on patient satisfaction. So we're going to constrain the system so that at least 80% of our routine patients have to be satisfied. And I also want you to demonstrate that the system is stable using the throughput statistic that you created above.